Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications of new stories every day. Also, please consider liking this story if you enjoy listening to it. Thank you. Once upon a time in a kingdom made of moonlight and stardust, there lived a beautiful princess named Luna. Her skin shone like polished alabaster. Her hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall of spun moonlight, and her eyes twinkled like distant stars. The entire kingdom adored her, and she was especially dear to her father, the king, who doted on her and made sure she had everything she could possibly want. But no amount of riches or jewels could make the princess happy. She yearned for something more, a love that would fill the emptiness in her heart. Now, the king had arranged for his daughter to marry a prince from a neighboring land, a man she had never met. On the day of the wedding, the princess sat in front of her vanity, staring at her reflection and sighing. As the royal tailor helped her into her gown, she told him about the handsome stranger whose face she would soon see for the first time. The tailor, an old and kind man, listened patiently and then said, "My princess, you must not go into this marriage blindly. It is a terrible thing to wed without knowing the man you are to spend the rest of your life with." The princess looked up, surprised by his words. "But I have heard he is a man of great valor and looks like a god of the hunt. What more could I ask for?" The tailor shook his head, his wrinkled face etched with concern. "You may be putting your heart in the hands of another, but you know nothing of him. If you wish to see if your love can withstand the test of time, I have just the thing to put your mind at ease." He took a small silver locket from his pocket and handed it to her. "This may seem like just a trinket, but it is not. This locket will show you the truth." The princess took the locket, its coolness surprising her. "What do you mean?" The tailor smiled mysteriously and said, "Put it around your neck, and when you look into its depths, you will see what your heart desires most." Confused but intrigued, the princess fastened the locket around her neck. As the king led her into the wedding hall, she glanced down at the locket. Curiosity overwhelmed her, and she peered into its depths. The princess gasped at what she saw. Instead of her own reflection, she saw a handsome young man with eyes as dark as the night sky and a troubled expression on his face. Startled by this unexpected vision, she quickly looked away, wondering what it could mean. Had the tailor tricked her? Was the man in the locket her groom, Prince Orion? Or was it someone else entirely? Unable to shake off the image of the mysterious man from her mind, the princess found herself unable to focus on the wedding ceremony. All she could think about was the enigmatic stranger and the secrets he seemed to hold. Determined to uncover the truth, she decided to sneak out of the palace and search for him. Meanwhile, in a secluded cottage deep within the enchanted forest, a young man named Orion sat alone, his head resting on his hand, gazing out the window. His normally vibrant green eyes were now dull with despair, reflecting the turmoil in his heart. Unbeknownst to him, his every move was being watched from afar by a mysterious figure shrouded in darkness. This mysterious figure, none other than Maleficent, the evil queen, had cast a spell on Orion, turning him into a mortal man so that he would forget his true identity and purpose. Now, hidden away in the forest, he lived a life of solitude, unaware of the danger he was in and the princess who loved him dearly. Back at the palace, the princess couldn't bear the thought of marrying a man she didn't know, especially after seeing the troubled soul in the locket. Disguising herself as a commoner, she slipped out of the palace unnoticed and ventured into the forbidden forest in search of the mysterious young man from the locket. As she journeyed deeper into the woods, the trees grew darker and more ominous, and the princess began to feel a sense of foreboding. Suddenly, she heard a loud crash and froze in her tracks. Taking a deep breath, she continued on, determined to find the young man and uncover the mystery behind the locket. Meanwhile, Orion was struggling with his feelings of loneliness and despair. He felt an overwhelming urge to break free from the curse that had been cast upon him, but he didn't know how. Just when he felt like all hope was lost, he heard the sound of footsteps in the forest and looked up to see the princess standing before him. They stared at each other for a moment, and the princess couldn't help but feel a connection with the mysterious young man. Gathering her courage, she introduced herself and asked him if he was the man she had seen in the locket. Orion, surprised by her sudden appearance, hesitated before answering. He couldn't shake off the feeling that he had known her forever, yet he couldn't remember where he had seen her before. Confused by his reaction, the princess reached out to touch his arm, and in that moment, Orion's memories came flooding back. He remembered everything: his life as a prince, his arranged marriage to the princess, and the evil queen's attempt to destroy him. Overwhelmed with joy, he embraced the princess, thanking her for helping him break the curse. But their happiness was short-lived. The evil queen had sensed Orion's awakening and was on her way to the cottage. Realizing they were in danger, Orion and the princess fled into the forest. With the queen's shadowy figures close behind them, they ran until they reached a clearing, and when they turned around, they saw that the queen had blocked their path. With a wicked smile on her face, she told them that their love was forbidden and that she would never allow them to be together. Just when the princess thought all hope was lost, Orion stepped forward and drew his sword, ready to fight for his love. With a final battle cry, he charged towards the queen, determined to defeat her and protect his princess. The queen, taken aback by his bravery, unleashed all of her powers in a desperate attempt to stop him. But Orion, fueled by his love for the princess, fought back with everything he had. And in the end, he emerged victorious, banishing the queen back to the shadows from which she came. With the threat of the evil queen looming over them, Orion and the princess knew they needed to escape the forest and seek refuge in the nearby Starfall Sanctuary, a place where magic was strong and the guardians would protect them. Hand in hand, they raced towards the sanctuary, hoping to find safety within its mystical walls. As they approached the sanctuary, the princess felt a surge of gratitude for Orion. Not only had he broken the curse, but he had also defended her against the evil queen. She realized that her feelings for him were stronger than ever, and that she could imagine her life without him. When they finally reached the sanctuary, the mystical guardians, celestial beings of pure light and magic, welcomed them with open arms. They sensed the purity of their love and knew that they had found their forever home. As the years passed, Orion and the princess grew to love each other deeply, ruling the Starfall Sanctuary together and bringing peace and harmony to the land. Their love story became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone who believed in true love that even the darkest of curses could be broken. And so, the tale of the Moonlit Promise, a star-crossed love story, echoed through the ages, inspiring countless others to believe in the power of love and the strength of the human spirit. The end. Thank you for listening. Please leave a comment and like the video. Subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications of new stories every day. See you tomorrow.